Big 12 conference predictions. This is why Coach is here.
Yes.
To help us navigate this thing.
Yes. Show us the ways, Coach.
Show us the ways. Now, actually, the first one up, put it through a randomizer this week. And
it's a Coach.
Coach is the first one.
Nice.
I'm about to surprise y'all.
Hey, man.
All right,
So
who's your runner-up, Coach?
my runner-up will be Kansas State. My runner-up is Kansas State. They got the same quarterback they got last year. They did lose Deuce Vaughn. I like their team. I think TCU is going to take a little drop off. I think they lost a lot this year, lost a lot of talent into the NFL draft. I'm going to go Kansas State as the runner-up. That quarterback looked good, looked pretty solid in that Big 12 title game. So I think they still got that back.
Because it wasn't Adrian Martinez. It was,
yes.
What's his name?
Yes. Yeah. I believe in Kansas State, and I believe they will be the runner-up this year. And the winner of the Big 12 is my Longhorns. I think we're going 10-2 in the conference. I think we're going to go 10-2. TCU is going to be a tough matchup for us. It's going to be always a tough matchup. We're going to go to TCU. The Oklahoma game, I think we're going to beat Oklahoma. And Alabama, I think Alabama going to Tuscaloosa. That will be a game to see what we really going to be all about going against Alabama. But I also think we'll lose that game really close. But I'm not going to be surprised if we win that game because of their quarterback play. It's not really that strong. So I think 10-2 in the conference, and I got us winning the Big 12.
All right. Let's freaking go. So we got the Kansas State Wildcats versus the Texas Longhorns. And Coach has got them as the winner this year. All right. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and move on to Bishop football itself.
Oh, no. Oh, no. You don't want to skip me, man? This is going to sound wild.
It's not going to sound as wild as mine. I can guarantee you. Unless you have the same team.
I could guarantee it probably is, unless we have the same team. I'm going to give you the conference winner first.
Okay.
I'm going to go Texas. I've been saying this for a while. I like Texas's wide receiver room. One of the best in the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of questions at the running back just because you lose both your starters. Cedric Baxter's a 5-star coming into that room. What's his name? Ford on the D line is going to be something really good. A super senior on that team. I think the D line can get better. You know, you lose a Jamo, Overshown. That'll hurt a little bit. Defense has been really the problem with this team, but I think it's slowly getting better. But like I said, that offense is just going to be really high powered, and it doesn't matter if you use Quinn Ewers or Malik Murphy. I think they're both interchangeable. I think they're both amazing quarterbacks, and then you got Arch in the back, third string. So I like Texas. Now, to runner up in the conference championship, I have Kansas.
Yep, that wasn't my team, but that is a very good one, though. It's not wild. It's a very good one.
Kansas Jayhawks?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we talked earlier about how Les Miles screwed this team up. I mean, in more ways than one. But they're finally getting back to just having a roster. Like they had for so long, they were just missing players and couldn't even field a scholarship roster because of what he did to them. But last season with Jalen Daniels and Jason Bean, whenever he went down, he stepped in right away. You got the leading rusher coming back, all three of the leading receivers coming back, and all three of the leading defensive players coming back. They combined for a total of 12 interceptions on the defense. Like I said, I'm a believer in Leopold, and I like Kansas this year. One of my favorite teams to watch last year.
They had everybody on upset alert last year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a damn good team. I mean, everybody known them to be the basketball school, and they got the dumbest mascot in America.
I just want to know what shoes this man is wearing.
He got them
Are those the Monarchs you're trying to get a story, Dante?
That's
Yeah,
the Yellow
probably is.
Monarchs, the special edition. Pete Carroll gave them to him personally.
Oh, they special, all right.
Yeah, they got a belt buckle on them, Joyce. Whenever you see
So
Nikes with
the
belt
Mickey
buckles
Mouse
on them.
Monarchs got it.
Yeah, man.
These are the Pilgrim Monarchs, bro. The Pilgrim 8s, man. You never seen these yet?
Way back
no.
when.
All right. Well,
That's a wild one.
it's I don't mind it though. This is actually realistic. It's the Kansas
Well, I was
Jayhawks
looking up other
versus
stuff, and there's so many other teams that they just lose so much, and Kansas brings everything back. All the production is back.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man.
Source got me going last again this week, so sorry.
Oh, don't blame me. Blame fate.
Blame the randomizer.
Yeah. So for my runner-up, I got Oregon State. I got the Beavers as the runner-up.
Oh, you mean Oklahoma State? That's the Pac-12, my man.
Did I say the wrong one?
So
Yeah.
Oregon.
Yes, you are correct. My bad.
The Cowboys.
My bad.
I get them confused too because they're both orange and black.
Yep. My bad. Well, yeah, I even had the wrong. Hold up, let me pull up their schedule real quick because I even had Oregon. Please hold. But yeah, no, with Spencer Sanders, I mean, they're returning a lot, and just looking at their schedule, it's pretty easy. I mean, tough ones, obviously, Oklahoma, BYU. You can throw Kansas in there. I do think TCU is going to take a bit of a drop off. I will say definitely kind of the close. I feel like for the runner-up, I did have Kansas State in third. I know we're not doing third place, but like in third just by the one win.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas State got lost to Texas, Oklahoma State, and where'd they go? Missouri. Or either Missouri or UCF, one of those two. But with Oklahoma State, really kind of the tough ones I saw were BYU. It's going to be a bit of a question mark with how they are. Kansas State and Kansas, they're tough as well. But I do think the losing Deuce Vaughn really hurt them. And then for the conference winner, Coach, how do you do it again? I know it's Hook'em Horns, but is it this way or this way? Okay, that's what I thought. I want to, conference winners, Hook'em Horns.
Okay.
Hook 'em horns.
I do got them 10-2 as well. I think the only loss, just because going to Bryant-Denny, I think that's going to give Alabama the edge. And then Texas Tech could be interesting. They could give them their second loss.
Sora. I tried to. I tried to, Sora.
What, with Texas Tech?
Yes, I like Texas Tech a lot.
Was Texas Tech close to your runner-up?
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Texas Tech was difficult as well, but yeah, no, I do think Texas Tech could kind of put them on the upset the last week, but then Texas will go in. It's conference winners; they'll be fun. But yeah, I do have Texas at 10-2.
All right, you got the Cowboys versus the Longhorns, an old school matchup right there.
Yes, the ye old Western battle.
I don't know if I believe in.
What do they call that again? They call that something. It's the
rodeo.
No, it's the rodeo.
I mean, technically, I guess you
some
could
kind of
say
Civil
it's
War. I forget what it's called. It's that's what the game's called, but I forget.
Yeah, it's something I forget, like the border war or something.
I was about to say it's not. Hold up.
Yeah, it might be that. I can't.
Yeah,
it might be.
All right. I'm going to just go ahead. I'm going to do like fishing. I'm going to just go ahead and get my conference winner out the way. It's the Texas Longhorns. They have the best strength of schedule. They have the hardest schedule, but it could catapult them, to be honest, if things work out into the playoff, and probably if Georgia ends up losing, it could catapult them into the number one team in the country by the end of the season if they win every single game. That's just what I feel by looking at this. They play Rice, They're gonna smash them. But we get my boy JT Daniels though.
No.
Then they got to go to Tuscaloosa and play Alabama, and if they win that, that's going to set up the rest of their season. But look at the teams that they play. They play Wyoming. Baylor is no joke. Kansas is no joke. Oklahoma is no joke. Houston's no joke. They're always competitive with every single team that they play. BYU hasn't been a joke at all in the last 4 years. Kansas State won the Big 12 last year. TCU was in the national championship last year. Iowa State always keeps it competitive, and Texas Tech is getting a lot of hype. Tell me that this schedule doesn't work out in Texas's favor to be the number one team at the end of the year if Georgia loses.
And
I
again,
think-
even like Fishin said, you could throw in either Quinn Ewers or Malik Murphy at quarterback, and you're going to be just fine.
Yeah. I think even if they lose against Alabama, they win against the rest of these teams. I think they might. I think they might come out 10-1, honestly, in the Big 12, and they're gonna win against whatever team that they go against. But there's one team that they don't touch this year that's new to this conference that I think has a recipe to be excellent. You guys want to guess what team that is?
It's one or two.
Okay.
Cincinnati or UCF.
Well, they face UCF, so is it Cincinnati?
They don't face UCF.
You're right. I'm thinking of Oklahoma State. I hate these orange teams.
It is UCF.
They confuse me.
I knew it.
John Reese Plumlee and the UCF Knights did not really lose anything this year. They were the number 16 team in offense last year. They averaged per game 466.9 yards a game. Tennessee was number one at 525. We know what Washington was about. We know what USC was about. UCLA, Georgia, Oregon, West Kentucky, Ole Miss, Ohio State, Florida, Alabama, UTSA, Oklahoma, SMU, Arkansas. Like, we know all those teams could put up yardage.
Yep.
Who's below them is even more surprising. North Carolina's below them. Michigan's below them. TCU, LSU, Tulane, Kansas, Penn State, Texas, BYU. These are all good teams last year. They were number 16 last year, and they barely lost anything on offense. The transfers that they got in are pretty nutty as well. Derek LeBlanc, a defensive lineman, has transferred as a 4-star recruit from Oklahoma to UCF. He's from Kissimmee, Florida. Is it Kissimmee or Kissimmee?
Kissing me. Well, depends.
It depends on which redneck you ask.
Yeah.
If they've got a heavier Southern draw, or if they've just got a normal draw.
They got another 4-star recruit in Rian Davis that was a part of that linebacking crew for Georgia. Yeah. They also got a Florida transfer, a 3-star, Trent Whitmore, is what UCF as well. They also got an Alabama offensive tackle, 4-star Amari Knight, transferred
I forgot
to
Whitmore
UCF.
went to UCF.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky,
Stealing our boys.
3-star Kentucky wide receiver Chauncey Magwood is transferring to UCF.
So as long as they didn't get Ricky, it's fine.
Clemson cornerback, 4-star Fred Davis, the second, transferred to UCF. That's just to name a couple of their transfers this offseason. If you don't think these dudes and Gus Malzahn are going to cook, y'all got another thing coming. They've been proven since Josh Heupel was there that they're a team that recruits really well, and they're a team that not to be messed with. When they go to the Big 12, the fortunate part for them is the Big 12 is known to be either the worst or the second and the worst defense that gets played. Being the number 16 team in offensive yardage per game last year, that's directly going to transfer over. And John Reese Plumlee was a transfer last year, and he was cooking dudes. He was cooking them. So that's why I have them up as a runner-up this year. Gus Malzahn has been a D1 coach for a long time, and he knows what it takes to win. He knows what it takes to win. And I think yes, this is my Big 12 matchup as well, the championship matchup. I think Texas comes out of here with some bumps and bruises too. I don't think this is a total shellacking by Texas, but this is going to be one of those things where UCF going into next season might be the favorite to win if everything goes in their favor. So,
especially with Texas and Oklahoma leaving,
yeah, that's any objections with anybody's list today.
it's true.
I don't got no objections. I actually like what you said, though. I mean, UCF might have the best defense in the Big 12.
They might.
They really might.
Dude, them transfers from all them big name schools going to, well, this was a group of 5 schools, so we have to really kind of think about it like that too now. Like, they are a Power 5 school now, but
Yeah.
I really still consider them a group of 5 school until they get past this season, and then they'll start getting recruits to start going there. But
The only thing that stopped me from picking UCF is I looked at the schedule last year and I saw who they lost to. And I said, damn, they got to go in the Big 12? And you're losing to Texas Tech. I had to go check it, but I mean, they lost to Tulane and teams like that, and they were getting waxed by some teams. They went 9-5.
Yeah.
They lost in the bowl game to I forget who, but it's kind of that kind of thing where Gus Malzahn is going to have him ready. Like you said, he's getting all these transfers in because he knows what it takes in the Power 5, and he's going to know what it takes to win in this conference. So it's nothing new for him.
I mean, it was difficult to put or to not put, like, again, Texas Tech, 'cause they usually got a high-powered offense. And then Baylor, usually they've got a great defense, but they just lost too many. I mean, losing Siaki Ika hurt, but they also just lost other pieces. So
Very true.
it was definitely difficult between those.
Hey, man.
First place was kind of easy to pick. Coming up with the runner-up was definitely the most difficult part of it.
Nobody picked Oklahoma.
I don't. It was hard not to put them, but I don't. As much as I like Dylan, man, we don't talk enough about Dylan Gabriel either.
I know, man. I know.
This is a great quarterback class this year, man.
Yeah.
If all of them come out and play as talented, and that's a lot on Dylan Gabriel's shoulders to hold up that team, because Brent Venables is not that guy, bro. He's not that guy.
That's the main reason why I couldn't put Oklahoma was Venables. Nothing against Gabriel, but I just.
Me too.
Dylan, UCF's going to be so good that he wish he was at UCF. He wish he would go, I want to transfer back. This is not fair.
Take me back, Gus, please.
Man.
But yeah,
that defense last year looked like a deer out of a headlight. They looked so confused.
for the defensive guy too, which is hilarious.
Don't worry, Oklahoma. Quinn Ewers or Arch Manning is on the way. Don't you worry. I can already hear the angry fans typing in Twitter right now.
They thought I was crazy.